This morning, welcome in Willie Bordwine, the pastry chef over there at the Harvest Table Restaurant in Meadowview, Virginia. Willie, good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
And y'all got a lot going on.
We do. We are gearing up for a healthy spring this year.
Nice.
And we try to preserve all the things from the fall bounty as much as we can to use throughout the winter, but we're itching for some good crops to come in with our local farmers.
Yeah, and you're going to be doing like a subscription service. Tell us about that.
Well, it's something we have in the works, so I would love for some people that maybe do know my breads or other products that want to talk to me, come in and talk to me or give me a call and let me know what you think about it. I want to get sort of a subscription bag monthly for folks to pick up and have a week's worth of life out of it. But it's all stuff that you don't have to bake, but kind of gives you a new spin on maybe some of our local producers and what you can do with the food in the area. So,
what led you down the path to pastry? What led you to baking?
Paying my way through grad school.
I think a lot of us, got into our businesses that way, paying our way through school.
I did. I started frying donuts to get myself through English grad school, getting my master's in that, and fell in love with it, but had been exposed to it through my grandmother before, and just sort of thought, well, if you can find something you love to do and maybe make a paycheck. There
you go. That's the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
So what do you got going for us today?
Okay, so first of all, we're going to make a crust, or a bunch of crusts actually, for pizzas. This can be a great way to spend some time on a snow day with your kids.
Exactly.
Can be a great way to impress a couple of people if you're having a Super Bowl party coming up or anything like that.
Okay.
But we're going to start with the crust, and it's really quite simple. I know I throw these things at people like pie crust one time before, biscuits. So now we're going to work with yeast.
I remember the biscuits. Oh yeah, delicious biscuits.
Me too. I nearly caught the place on fire. What I've got
we
going
look
here,
over those things.
I've kind of doubled my recipe for everybody to be able to see it a little better. But at home, you're going to start with a cup of flour and 2 tablespoons, and water. Cup of water, 2 tablespoons.
2 tablespoons of flour.
No.
Oh.
Water, all water.
All water.
Yeah, a cup of water and then 2 tablespoons.
Okay, very good.
A little bit warm, but not too warm. You're just going to dump a pack of yeast into it out of the supermarket. If you get something called rapid rise or quick rise yeast, you can just actually stir that into your flour. I have the regular stuff, and it's about the size of a really coarse sand.
I want to tip this over so folks can kind of see what you got going on.
And after about 10 minutes in that water, this is what you're going to see. Is just the yeast has now what we would say bloomed. So it's melted.
All right, very good.
And if you throw your tablespoon and a half of sugar in there with it, it makes the yeast even happier. So that'll speed you up by 5 minutes.
And we love happy yeast.
And speeding up baking is very rarely possible.
So kind of get us going on this.
Absolutely. So we got that little soup going. Into that, I'm just putting 6 cups of flour. So for you at home, that's 3 cups since we're doubling it here.
Okay, very good.
So, and that's half and half regular, not self-rising flour. And then a bread flour. It might be termed strong flour or high gluten. That's what we're looking for in this pizza is gluten, because whether or not you're opposed to it, in a stretchy bread, it gives you the stretch. That was about 3 tablespoons of oil and then a couple of teaspoons of salt. That's all that goes into our recipe.
Very good.
And if you talk to a real Italian, I'm not, that sugar might have just made them cross themselves and say a rosary. But if you don't like the sugar or need to go lower on sugar, it is not a necessary ingredient. It's going to make your pizza a little browner and crispier though. So I'm just getting this dough to come together just a little bit. And once you get, and I can kind of turn it up here.
You don't want to overwork this either, do you?
Actually, no, pizza, you want to work it to death.
You really?
Yeah, because
I have people tell me, don't overwork the dough. And I guess for pizza dough, I guess it's completely different.
In biscuits, you want a real tender, fluffy thing. With a pizza, you want something that you can stretch out till it's that thin. So to get that gluten happy, you're going to do that. You're going to really work it.
All right, very
good. What I've done here is just get it to barely come together. At this point, we're going to get messy anyway.
All right. So I'm going to let you get that going, and we got a few seconds here, but when we come back, we're going to be talking with Chef Parker over there. We're going to be talking about pizza, talking about your menu, everything going on there at the Harvest Table Restaurant.
Excellent. We'll do it. Then we'll eat.
All right. So you're going to work this.
Do this for about 10 minutes. Again, if you've got kids, employ them. So 10 minutes, you'll notice it'll start to be like an elastic band.
All right.
And that's what we'll show you when we come back.
All right. Very good. Chef Willie Bordwine, we appreciate you so much.
Appreciate you. Thanks.
All right. He has got the pastry on point over there at the Harvest Table Restaurant. They're located there in Meadowview, Virginia. We're going to come back here in a minute. We're going to make some delicious, delicious pizza.